Can you buy this reference monitor for gaming? We're talking about 4,000 nits of peak brightness and an eye-searing 1,000 nits full screen plus black frame insertion to improve the motion clarity. And actually, I'm so excited about this because they don't make it clear, which is, it absolutely blows my mind that this professional monitor, who is targeted for people who should be able to understand everything, okay? Because you're spending $30,000 plus. It blows my mind that on their website, they do not tell you exactly what is the motion clarity. They do not tell you if this supports 120 BFI. They just say, look at this. They just say that, oh, the pixel response time is better. That's why it looks better in motion. That's not enough, okay? Motion clarity is limited by persistence, okay? So they don't tell you what the persistence is. Why not? They're talking about faster pixel response time, the gray to gray. That doesn't tell you how good the motion clarity is, okay? That just tells you that the monitor closely follows the Blur Buster's law, okay? So we know that it's 120 Hertz. We know that it has BFI because of this HD TV test video, but we don't know if that is supported at 120. So now they're saying that this faster pixel response time offers, less motion blur than existing OLED competitors. But I guess that they are talking about reference monitors. So I don't know, man. I would really, really like to know if this supports the strobing at 120. It should, because this is an LCD screen. And if they are advertising this kind of results, it should be. It should be strobing, but we don't know. We don't know. Let's take a look at this HD TV test video where he has some buyer's remorse after spending $30,000 on his reference monitor. Oh man, let's take a look at this.
This is the Sony HX3110 reference monitor I spent £30,000 on, and now I'm regretting it so much. You see, Sony has unveiled its new BVM HX3110 mastering monitor, and it's just better than the HX310 in so many ways. 1. It's capable of 4,000 nits of peak brightness on a 10% window, and at least 1,000 nits full screen, based upon dual LCD layer technology designed.
The difference is big, man. It's big. You can see it here. That highlight, woo, that's popping ferocious.
In-house by Sony. The reason local dimming is required is because power constraints make 4,000 nits full screen impossible. And the local dimming algorithm on the HX3110 has actually been derived from Sony's consumer mini LED televisions, though with some tweaks to fulfill the role of a mastering monitor. 2. Taking advantage of the higher peak brightness, Sony has introduced a fast pixel response function to increase motion clarity.
Now, taking advantage of the higher peak brightness, they are introducing a faster pixel response time to improve motion clarity. That's kind of what they're saying on the website, but I get it. You can use brightness power to improve motion clarity, okay? With a strobing, with a backlight strobing feature. And I've talked about it on the channel. But here in this test, in this video,
for use
it's like
in
60. You see, when he stopped the video, it says 3840 by 2160 at 59.94. And it doesn't say hertz. I mean, you don't see the hertz, but that's what it is. It's hertz. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is working at 120 or if it's 60. They don't explain you exactly what it is. So they are utilizing a faster gray to gray to improve the motion clarity. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. Because on LCDs, even with gray to gray limitations, when you do strobing, you are actually able to go beyond, to improve the motion clarity beyond gray to gray limitations. Why? Because the gray to gray limitations are hidden on the dark cycles, okay? So when you fine tune that strobing to work the best on LCDs, you are going to hide the transitions, the things that are not transitioned yet on the dark periods. So you can go beyond the gray to gray limitation. So why are they advertising on their website, and HDTV Test is saying here that because the gray to gray is better, they are improving motion clarity? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, now that would make sense if they had, you know, a higher refresh rate, but that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about here a persistence reduction technique, which is shown here at 60, not even at 120. But I believe it should be working at 120, but it's so weird. And also, they are advertising this for live sports events. Most sports are 30 FPS. So I'm not sure. Maybe there are some sports now being recorded at 60, but I haven't seen them. So at 30, this is completely useless. You would get double images. Here it looks like double images, but that, I don't know why. That might just be the recording.
Broadcast monitoring by activating black frame insertion or BFI, although this would introduce some flicker and dim the picture slightly. 3.
So here's the answer. I mean, he's saying it will introduce some flickering, of course, at 60. So maybe it doesn't work at 120. But if it is just 60 BFI, that would be such a lazy implementation. We're talking about $30,000 plus dollars. It should be a lot better than that, man. A lot better than that.
The Sony HX3110 delivered wider viewing angles. No, not as good as the...
Of course, let me know if you know if it works at 120. But yeah.
The X300 RGB OLED, but it certainly held on to colors better than the HX310 of...
I don't know why this one is looking like flickery on the recording. That should be the OLED.
Axis.
Or maybe this is the OLED. I'm not sure.
How Sony appeared...
Oh, here it is. So you have the HX310. So this is the one that HDTV Test has. The one in the middle is the HX3110, which is the new one. And the right, the X300. That's the OLED. So as the OLED, yeah, I mean, in this picture here, I cannot see anything. It's clipping. I mean, it's too bright clipping. I don't see any.
To have achieved this is through the addition of a viewing angle compensation filter.
So the one flickering is the OLED. It's looking flickery on the recording. That just has to do with the shutter speed and all that.
Achieved this is through the addition of a viewing angle compensation filter, as evidenced by rainbow reflections when light hits.
Now here on this shot, you can definitely see that the viewing angles are a lot better on the HX3110.
A viewing angle compensation filter, as evidenced by rainbow reflections when light hits the screen directly, which leads me to the fourth benefit.
Now the thing I don't like, and we're gonna see it now, is when the light is hitting the screen, the reference monitor is coming with an anti-reflective surface treatment. I don't understand why, man. Why they think that's better. It's not. When you're trying to deal with reflections on a reference monitor that is designed for a completely dark room, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? I just don't like it that at all. It looks worse. You'll see. Let's take a look.
When light hits.
Look at that. This doesn't look good when the light is hitting the screen. Okay. Why are you doing that?
The screen directly.
Makes no sense.
Which leads me to the fourth benefit.
Look at that. So now, side by side, you know, they are turning off right now. Look at this. This is the HX310. This is the one that HDTV Test has. This is the new one. Okay? The HX3110. It looks worse. Yes, you get less mirror-like reflections, but the screen less black. Why would you do that? That is not better. That is not better. I much rather have that mirror. It looks more black, okay? And this is designed for a dark room anyway. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Muted reflections in a more effective manner.
I much rather have this any day. I mean this any day.
Than on the HX310, even though
so much better looking. Just yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't understand.
When the HX3110 was off, it wouldn't look as black as the HX310 in the presence of ambient light. We did not have an opportunity to judge content black level in a pitch black room.
So look at this. It's a mess. Okay, it's an absolute mess when the light is hitting the screen.
Since this fireworks footage, which would have given some clue, was actually graded with raised blacks when displayed across all three reference monitors.
How? No. Wait, hold on. Explain me how Sony or whoever organized this event, probably the public is people like Vincent, professionals. They are, trying to appreciate how good a reference monitor is. How? Explain to me how someone decides that it is a good idea to play a video that has raised blacks, and that is creative intent. So now let's see how good a reference monitor looks with content that has raised blacks. How are professionals okay with that? They should be like, fire that guy. I mean, whoever decided to put that, that content, just call the police. Okay, get that guy out of here. This doesn't make any sense, man. Raise blacks to see how good is. You have 3 reference monitor. We're talking about $90,000 plus. How are you going to showcase that with raised blacks, with the content with raised blacks? It's just absolutely, it blows my mind. Actually, this is the reason why I wanted to show this video, just to go crazy with that, because it is incomprehensible. You cannot be okay with this. These professionals, even Vincent should say, that was wrong, okay? I mean, that just doesn't... Why? I wanted to see the black levels. You're showing me content with raised blacks. I cannot appreciate how good the monitor is because I cannot see the full contrast of the monitor. Of course, I'm sure they show other contents, but just nonsense.
3110, similar to that introduced on the company's latest BVM X series monitors, allowing users to quantify the luminance levels of content displayed on screen.
The Lilium's HDR analysis tool.
SMPTE ST3110.
So basically, you no longer need a reference monitor for that. Just have the Lilium shaders. That's it.
The interface for broadcast transmissions.
Look at the advertisements. Peak brightness 4000 nits, dual layer, 3 master, whatever technology, fast pixel response to reduce motion blur via optional license. Again, a fast pixel response time will not improve motion clarity beyond the refresh rate, beyond the persistence, okay? So if you get 120 Hertz, so this monitor is 120 Hertz, it doesn't matter if their pixel response time is 0.00001 nanosecond, okay? The motion clarity cannot be better than the persistence, okay? Regardless of how good the pixel response time is. So I just blows my mind that professionals advertising this, they are just, I don't understand. If you want to say if you want to tell people how good is the motion clarity, you have to tell me what is the persistence. It's that simple. So I know at 120 Hertz sample on hold, the persistence is 8 milliseconds, 8.3 milliseconds. So the motion clarity cannot be better than 8 pixels of motion blur when moving at 1000 pixels per second, regardless of how fast the response time is. So now we know that this has this OLED, this black frame insertion or PWM or whatever. What we don't know is how good that is, or if it works at 120, or how much it is reducing the persistence at 60. Okay, that's what they have to tell you. They don't, and it just blows my mind, because this is not for regular consumers. This is not to post it on Best Buy website or whatever. This is for people who are going to spend $30,000 that are professional, that they should know better. It just blows my mind. I don't understand.
With these 6 massive benefits, unless Sony offers a generous trade-in program to let me send in my HX310 and upgrade to the HX3110 when the latter hits the market next year, I think I'll just go cry into this yukata. Please subscribe to discover more fascinating displays.
He was always flexing his $30,000 reference monitor. So yeah, I mean, he still has a great monitor. I actually like the way the screen looks, but yeah, 4000 nits is definitely, it's a big improvement for sure. So yeah, I mean, here on the website, what I wanted to see was the black frame insertion or PWM or whatever this is doing, and they don't tell you. It's that simple. They just don't tell you. I read the whole thing. They don't tell you. I mean, there are some videos here. It's a thick boy. I like that. It has active cooling for sure. You see those ventilation holes. So 4K. The aspect ratio, so it's true 4K, 4096 by 2160. It supports 96 hertz, 100 hertz, 120 hertz. Yeah, 4000 nits peak brightness, 1000 nits full screen. Yeah, nothing else interesting here. Let me see these videos. Let me see what are these videos that they have on the website. Let's see this. I think they have some. Oh, the videos are not here. Let me go to. I think I saw some videos. Oh, let me see the power consumption. 610 watts. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's like a GPU. That's like a 4090 Ti. I like that. 610 watts. That's what I'm talking about. This power saving crap. I just don't care about saving power with these expensive TVs. Give me power. Give me performance. So yeah, man. I thought there was some videos here. I don't know why I thought there was a video here. No videos. You're supposed to watch these pictures and decide, I should spend $30,000. So yeah, that's what it is, man. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Would you like to buy one of these monitors to play games? I think it would be great for sure. It would be fantastic. But yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired. The motion clarity is not understood. It is not well explained. Not even at this level. This is the highest level, and there's no understanding of this thing. And man, this is not that difficult to understand for professionals. This shouldn't be that difficult to understand. They should be able to tell you exactly what is the persistence. That's simple. Persistence in milliseconds. That's it. The super fast pixel response time, that's not gonna tell you how good the persistence is, how good the motion clarity is. Motion clarity is limited by persistence. So yeah. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions.